to LazArcade with me, BsfGaming. Today we have some of the Super GT action from the weekend. Unfortunately, we don't have Race 1 because Race 1's data got corrupted. So the results from Race 1 are basically this grid in reverse minus Jazzy, who couldn't make it or didn't finish the race. I don't think he actually started the race because of lobby issues or internet issues. So I think it was Jeff first, Ryan second, BSF third, Watto, Axel, Nick the Greek, Wamjo, Liam, and Jazzy starts at the back for not participating. We are literally just going to jump straight into this because you guys have heard me in the other videos do the spiel, and we'll go from there. So Liam, starting on pole, gets a very good start and runs away from Wamjo, who did not start too well and has already got a 5-way fight, 6-way fight right behind him. BSF in through into second, Wamjo and who's that, Axel on the outside, trying to filter back in, clipping Wamjo, who manages to save it, very nice. Oh, and Axel taking a half-second penalty and a trip to the grass for good measure. Who's that else with a penalty? Wamjo with a penalty for track limits. Very hectic first corner. But you cannot go side by side up through the S's. That really doesn't work too well. And Nick the Greek dropping to the back after a very steady start. Watto having, oh, who's that around? Is it Watto? It is, it's Watto and Nick the Greek coming together. Not ideal, but very early on, neither of them have got damage. They will carry on. Very good start in the sense of, oh, that's Liam running wide off the track. Gonna have a bit of dirty tyres now for a few corners and almost overshoots into the back of Wamjo. We are at Yamagawa today at Kyoto Driving Park, one of the best racing tracks in the game. This track never fails to provide good battles. The most difficult section being this coming up. If we jump on board with Wamjo, the S's, climbing up the hill, left, right, it really is follow the leader. Anybody going side by side, either crazy skills or insane in the brain. One of the two. Axel making a good headway after his off at the start. Jazzy still lagging around. Jazzy's internet has not been brilliant the last couple of days, or the last couple of weeks to be fair. That's Axel doing some donuts and picking up a bit of damage. Who's that in front of him? Liam. So looks like, oh, and Wamjo's off just up the road, doing even more donuts. He's picked up so much damage that you might as well take that car to the scrapyard, to be fair. Heavy damage is being run, so these guys with damage will have to pit to repair. Liam getting away without damage, Axel with just the front wheel and aero, which will hinder in especially that corner right there. Nick the Greek, the last of the main pack, chasing Watto. And Watto, thank you for coming in the chat there, much appreciated. Hope you get to watch this while you're getting your haircut. Tell your barber he can come and sign on, sub up and get watching as well. And you never know, might start racing. We'll go on board with Nick the Greek, who is following a very, very laggy Jazzy. You can't tell where Jazz is. We'll go backwards to Watto, who is watching this unfold in front of him now. Holding the apex, very nice. Jazzy bouncing around, a bit like a Tasmanian devil, just a little less controlled. Oh, nearly loses it going through the chicane at the bottom of the hill to Squatto. Simply Jazzy now. If we go on board, everybody else lags, so this is good. This is the only way we can get, oh no, I was going to say it's the only way we can get a stable picture, but it really doesn't help much. Still a bit juddery. We'll move on up to Nick the Greek, who is new for this week. A lovely little blue and yellow machine. Jeff, who has had an awful run of luck recently in every series, to be fair. Just nearly hits BFS up the bum. Just having an awful bit of luck recently with all series, just getting caught up in accidents that have really got nothing to do with him. Nick the Greek here following Jeff, showing you how it should be done through the S's, just backing off, following in the slipstream, getting ready for an attack into the long left-hander. Jeff diving for the inside to defend. Sets him up. Oh, he's gone wide on the exit. This is going to let Greek through. And it's going to let Jazzy through as well. So Jazzy making up the place. Or Greek across the grass. Giving a little flash. He's alright. Jazzy chasing up the hill. Jeff has dropped back behind Watto with that off as well. So Watto managed to sneak through as well. Watto running a little bit wide, having a little bit of a wiggle on the exit of the sharp hairpin there. But Jeff dropping in behind, going through this very, very technical off-camber, downhill, twisty, floppy lefter onto a short straight before the final hairpin. Getting a good run and a switch back on Watto. He's going to go, or he missed the gear there. He's going to have to drop in the slipstream and go round the outside. Is he going to? Watto gives him the space. Jeff is hanging around and does. Massive move around the outside. Nick the Greek now losing out to Jazzy, who still bouncing around all over the place, making it extremely difficult for anyone to overtake by having that wobble. Big thing about racing, especially on online lobbies, is having a stable connection, because albeit from your point of view everything is fine and it will look like everybody else in the lobby is jumping, you're the only one doing it, and it makes it impossible for anyone else to overtake you. So it is something that is out of your control, because PD really don't do any good server maintenance at all, and every time they do any server maintenance, there's always issues for a couple of days afterwards while it sorts itself out. Nick the Greek losing out to Jeff, who goes back up the inside here, now chasing down Jazzy. Jeff's picked up a little tad of damage, so whether that was through contact or that off on the previous lap, I'm not too sure, but it will make things a little bit difficult. BSF just pumping in the laps, closing down on Ryan, who is an absolute animal in that GTR around here. The two of them trading lap times backwards and forwards. Just a reminder, with the Super GT series there is strong boost and strong slipstream, and that is Jazzy over the curb at the back as well. That might have let Jeff go down the inside, and he has. He's made that pass long before the braking zone. Brilliant move. Back up into third. Jazzy going around and around and not quite sure what's going on, but he's doing something. Nick the Greek holding pace. Is he going to send it? He thinks better. Very wise into that sharp hairpin. Get the switch back. Now on the outside, drops in behind. Eases off, just filters in behind the leading car. Watto followed by Liam. Axel having a steady start, picking up the fastest lap with the boost there, and Womjo may have made another mistake. Oh, he's pitted for the damage repair, so that's why he's 48 miles behind. But we'll stick on board, because with this being his first flying lap out of the pits, he should quite comfortably, potentially, no he doesn't, get the fastest lap. So Axel may have pitted the lap before. Going up to Ryan back at the front. Womjo is closing in though. 6 seconds a lap over the leaders, who trading times. Jeff now up into second, up into third. BSF going around the outside, holding that position. Coming down into the fiddly left, right, left chicane. BSF sliding his way through. Pulls to the inside of the uphill section. That gives Jeff around the outside. Is Jeff going to send it onto the hairpin? He does. BSF will go on board, getting the switch back, but has to go around the outside, puts two wheels on the grass. Jeff on the outside filters in, he lets BSF take the position. Nose too wide through that section is not a smart move. Coming up to the final hairpin, just holding his line. Can't see where he's going with the glove in the way. Gets a good exit, sticks with the leaders. So laps, end of lap 7, we're looking at Ryan, BSF, Jeff, Jazzy, Watto, Nick the Greek, Axel, Liam into the pits. So it's not for tyre wear, it must be for damage. Literally just a quick top up with fuel and a repair by the looks of it. Must have had a load of damage there with the length of that pit stop. So Liam with his top up and damage repaired should start making some quick headway back to the start of the, or back to the main pack. Womjo catching up very quickly, only a couple of corners now behind the main pack, with Nick the Greek at the rear of that, following Axel, who again, having repaired that damage, has made his way back to the pack and is slowly filtering his way through. Watto running wide, he's slow out of the corner, he's going to give Axel a chance to move. Defends well, defends early, that's where we like it. Jazzy settling in to 4th place for the moment. BSF having lost out to Jeff Summer on that last sector is now round the outside. Is he going to go all the way around the outside? He does. He goes all the way around the outside, backs out before the S's. Not silly enough to go side by side with Jeff, who's got a run on Ryan. Double slipstream. Is he going to make a move? He doesn't. Backs out early. Gets right up behind Jeff. Has to back out of Ryan. Adds a little slide. That's 3 cars within a split hair. Going to go into chase cam. BsF just holding back. Jeff running a little bit wide and a little wiggle on the apex. Gets away with it up the hill. Does let Ryan have a little run away from him there. Who goes deep. Ryan's deep into the hairpin. That gives Jeff a good little run on the exit. He must have missed a gear there because it was very slow acceleration at one point. Jazzy clipping the back of BsF on the downhill section. Not ideal. Picking up a bit of front bumper damage with that. Not ideal. Oh, BsF with a massive power slide out of the last corner. Screeching them tyres. Jazzy with the front damage. Not going to be as fast in a straight line even with the slipstream and the boost. Through acceleration phase that is going to hinder him, and all the way through these long corners. Ryan, Jeff, BsF following a very, very defined line all the way up this hill. BsF with a run, switches that gear late. May he send it this time? He does. Oh, and he's gone through. He gets a little touch on the rear wheel, and Jeff avoids any further damage and actually gets a very good switch back on Ryan. Holding the outside line, gets the cut back. Oh, way overshoots that cut back. That gives BsF another run up the hill. Who decides to follow through and just back out before the hairpin. The hairpin here running wide, backs out, doesn't take the running advantage. Coming down the hill. Jeff in the mirrors of Ryan, nice and large, putting them all off. BsF with a much better run, gives Jeff a little bump tap. Up to the back of Ryan, setting up a move into turn 1 by the looks of it. Oh, and another big power slide coming out of the last corner. Ryan into the pits. Probably for the front right tyre wear. Jazzy, BsF having to go deep to avoid Jeff again. Just running that car right on the ragged limit. This BsF not taking anything for granted. Putting these leading ones under pressure. Hopefully forcing them into a mistake. Holds a wider line, he's going to go for the switchback, gets a run, has to have a little lift with a wiggle in front. Coming down the hill, again just cruising up to the back, gets a little bit squirrely. It's going to set Axel, who is through on Jazz, who's now got massive damage, and off again. Jazzy not with the lag, having a very good opening phase here. Switching back to the front, BsF almost out of fuel, is going to have a weight advantage on Jeff. Jeff with a lap of fuel more should, having that exit run wide, close BF back up to him. Should be able to go for another lap, should be able to hold position. Or does Jeff jump in? No, Jeff stays out. BsF in for tyres and fuel. Axel taking up second place now with a little tad front bumper damage, so he's picking up a bit more damage as he goes. Less damage than Jeff, so he should close through. Jazzy in off the hards to repair and refuel, possibly change tyres as well. Liam up to 4th now, having a very quiet race all on his own after that early pit stop for damage. Ryan coming through, having made that pit stop last lap with the fresh mediums and a full tank of fuel. Look at the gap holes with the undercut. Those fresh tyres working a dream around this tight, technical, fast track. With the boost as well, that probably a good 7 or 8 seconds. Jazzy finally out the pits, another 20 seconds down with the extra tyre, with the extra damage and everything else. BsF running right ragged across the outside of the curb there, may pick up a penalty. Game says no, you had 2 wheels on the track, so you're fine. With the boost now catching back up to Ryan, who is literally only a corner ahead of him. Braking hard into the hairpin. Taking a nice apex, runs a little bit wide, has to hesitate on the throttle. But Ryan being caught up behind Womjo here, who hasn't, or has pitted again, and made his way back through. A few laps earlier than these guys. Jeff, Axel, Watto into the pits now. Now will these guys get out before Jazzy comes through, or will they? Jeff definitely is out. Axel definitely will come out. Jazzy, will he make it out in front of Watto? He will. Watto still... oh, Watto not deciding to full fuel. So that means he'll be a lot faster in the acceleration phase and a little bit better handling with the lower weight. Liam making the most of being out front with that early stop strategy. Womjo as well following behind with that early stop strategy. Ryan now being hounded down by BsF into the chicane at the bottom of the hill. Both mount the curbs absolutely perfectly, clipping the apexes, getting the run up the hill. BsF trying to hunt that slipstream. Heavy on the brakes. Ryan cutting into the apex nicely, following Womjo. He's going to get into that dirt. Yeah, BsF with a loose exit. Behind these are Jeff after that pit stop coming back. Closing in on BsF. That's Ryan going around the outside of Liam, and Womjo sending it to the inside. It's 5-way now for the lead. And Jeff at the back here getting a switch back on Womjo, who made a mistake on that downhill left. BsF having made a bit of headway, 4 wide into turn 1. That is not going to work. BsF backs out. Ryan as well. Jeff getting all sideways. Oh, and Jeff's out. Jeff is off. Womjo as well. The two of them getting Jeff getting all squirrely onto the curb there. May have had a bit of contact with Womjo before firing across the track and off into Narnia. Just so that you guys know, I've now got a cat climbing up the fucking Christmas tree. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, I hope the thing gets stuck. Absolute turnip of an animal. Right, back to the action. Ryan, having dropped behind Axel ever so slightly, loses out to Jazzy, who flies across the road and fires off into the wall. The cat is sneezing inside the Christmas tree. This is amazing. Jazzy now right at the back with rear bumper damage. Womjo in P8. Liam up at the front, getting hounded with BsF and Axel now all over the back. Axel going round the outside. BsF leaving him the space, staying tight as they get back into the slipstream down the front straight. And it's Axel. BSF backing out, loses a position to Ryan as well. Jeff catching back up after that last lap spin. So no damage from that last lap spin, by the way. Very lucky to get away with that. Moves ahead of BSF and Ryan. Ryan now a bit slow. BSF as well, just not as fast as these guys in front. Jeff having pitted a couple of laps later. Well, BSF taking Liam on the outside of the outside of the chicane. Somebody else firing off into the grass is Jazzy again. Watto making a move on Ryan, goes down the inside, Ryan lets him go, good move. BSF just taking it nice and easy. Some sort of strategy unfolding here with 25 minutes of the race to go. Everybody going early like Liam and Wonjo, I believe. Oh, who's that off? It's simply Jazzy again off at the last corner. Diving into the pits to get repaired. Wonjo back in to get repaired after that last lap smash. Absolutely broken, that poor car. Watto chasing down Ryan, chasing BSF, who, again, these two, BSF and Ryan, considering their stop many laps ago, in a better position for fuel than those all around them. So there's a bit of strategy going on. Jazzy comes out, Wamjo comes out right behind, but the difference in fuel between Watto here in 5th now, passing Ryan into the chicane, and Liam, and then BSF now passing Liam in 3rd, is huge. And considering that a lot of these guys pitted later than BSF and Ryan, the fuel could be part of this strategy. Are they going to do a one-stop race? 25 minutes to go, there's a possibility you could fuel save all the way to the end. However, BSF is off. It's going to cost him time. Sticks to the inside. Keeps out of the way. Sticks to 3rd place. Although going on board with Liam, look at the difference in speed. Watto closing down on BSF, massive speed disparity, so definitely some fuel saving going on here. BSF, even though fuel saving, much quicker through the corners than Liam there, who's having a bit of a torrid time. And now in the slipstream, BSF coming up the hill. Watto flying through with a double slipstream, catching BSF unaware, who goes all the way around the outside. Liam gets shoveled out wide by Watto. Oh, Liam picking up a bit of damage there for his cause, unfortunately. Ryan just casually keeping it tight behind. Liam with the not fuel saving method should just close straight up behind these guys in no time. BSF and Ryan now, still the fuel just not draining at all. Watto on the other hand, a few laps further, or a few laps less. Oh, Liam off in the background, taking a little bit more damage, clipping that wall. He may decide to get in with now 21 minutes to go. Oh, 3-4 wide on the exit. Does Liam jump in and get repaired? He does indeed. BSF dropping to the back of the third pack. Axel all over Watto. Ryan making his way through. Has Ryan turned up the wick? He may not, he may just have a run going around the first few turns. Jazzy, no damage for a moment on some fresh softs, closing back in. Axel on the outside of Watto, taking the long route. Can work if you get the overlap here on the exit, but he gets into the back of Watto, giving Watto the bump draft down the hill, trying to close back up to Ryan, who has decided to drop this pack and not stick around for it. Watto and Axel here chasing down. We're now closing back up to Jeff in the lead as well, who, same as Ryan, is taking it easy. Pitting only a few laps later, does have less fuel though. And taking it wide onto the curb. Ryan, then Watto, then Axel. BSF just sitting here at the back of this pack, not forcing any moves, just taking it easy. As a wiggle on the exit, that's going to cost a bit of time. It stays with Axel, who starts pulling away rather quickly down that straight. Ryan getting taken by Watto on the straight as well, so definitely some fuel saving going on with a couple of the guys here. We have Watto in second, hounding down Jeff. Watto definitely not fuel saving. With the overlap on Jeff down the inside, thinks better of it. Saves Jeff getting fired off just for now, but gets the run again. Go on board with Watto. Pulls out the slipstream. He doesn't want to take him here. He wants to line up this series of corners at the bottom of the hill. Coming up, losing touch. Jeff with a much better run. Watto now just got to hold his line, not overshoot. Go around. Oh, in the back, who's that? That's Axel getting all crossed up. Ryan and BSF back together, locking bumpers. Oh, Axel running a tad wide. He's going to be slow on the exit. That leaves Ryan around the outside. BSF following. And they filter back in behind Axel, knowing Axel's just going to blitz it down the straight here. So we do have Axel following Watto, who's now got the run on Jeff. Will probably take it easy into turn one. He does. Now, with the extra power, not fuel saving, is he going to get him on the run up the hill? He times this right. Axel behind as well, decided to take Watto, who's made a mistake. Axel with a massive run, backs out early on Jeff. Goes wide. Is he going to go for a switchback? He doesn't. He just holds it wide around the outside. Watto with that wiggle, now in third, has all the work to do again. Oh, Watto's dropped to fourth. That's Ryan in third. So Ryan getting past Watto. BSF just holding behind. Oh, he's hit the curb and he's gone round. Massive damage. BSF getting on the curb, all crossed up with Watto, and then drops it on the exit of the hairpin as well with the damage. Down to sixth. Jazzy has slipped through into fifth. Still glitchy. Taking out Watto. Pulling to the side, but not letting Watto back. No, Jazzy just carrying on. BSF in to repair, Watto in for fuel. Jazzy just continuing on after that collision. Ryan in third now, pulling away from the mid-pack, closing back in on Axel and Jeff, who up at the front here hasn't had much to contend with for quite a while now. Romjo up to fifth. And off into the wall, just as I say, making good headway with that early offset strategy. Liam a few seconds down the road behind. BSF, having pitted, has got tyres and fuel, but did not repair the damage. That may have been a very costly mistake. With only 15 minutes, give or take a few seconds, left of this race. Now a whole pit stop behind and still with the damage. Rosso having repaired and got fuel and got tyres, not very far behind, so BSF now in a very tricky situation. It's do or die. Repair the damage and take the hit and hope that you've got the pace to catch back up. With the damage, definitely finding it a lot more difficult with riding these curves slower through the apexes of every single corner. Can't brake in a straight line, the car wiggling all over the track. Can't get the power down early. Back into the pit lane, so this may well be a quick stop. We'll stick on board. After a quick check with the leaders, Jeff, followed by Ryan, who has got past someone, Axel, who's probably has pitted. BSF in, looks like just a repair stop, or a change of tyres and a repair, so 2 changes of tyres, a quick top up, and back on out again. So BSF now miles down on the leader as the leader goes through the hairpin at the top of the hill. BSF is now only just coming through turn 1 and climbing the hill. Jeff still in the lead, followed by Ryan, followed by Jazzy, who sends it up the inside of Ryan, pushing him onto the grass. Not a very, very clean move at all, but Jazz and Ryan diving into the pits. Probably with Watto, not Watto, Wumjo. Probably to get done for the rest of this race. Liam moving up to second. Axel with a stop a few laps to go has come back up to third. Ryan has not fully fueled. With 15 minutes to go, Ryan has decided not to fully fuel and take track position over Jazzy, who has moved to the same tyres. Wumjo again, not fully fueled, but a bit more than Ryan. Watto finally in with this lovely Christmas livery. BSF out of the final corner, raging down the straight now, trying to claim back any sort of time. As BSF hits turn 1, Jeff is already coming up to the hairpin at the top of the hill. There's a great amount of time between the two. However, Liam on this offset strategy as well, not too far behind, and the whole mid-pack coming into that hairpin now, so a few dozen seconds down is Ryan from Jeff in a much lighter car, not fully fueled. Jazzy all over the place with Axel behind him. Wumjo following Axel who's taking it easy, doesn't want to get too close to the laggy car in front, who's on the grass, off the grass, around, wiggled sideways, loses a lot of time down the straight. However, Axel does go for the move, backs out into turn one, decides it's not worth fighting against the laggy car with such limited time to go. It's down to 11 minutes. Liam in third, clear of this mid-pack. Ryan now up to second, closing in on Jeff, who takes the, or still in the lead, still hasn't made his second pit stop. Taking it through the downhill chicane before climbing up the hill. Making these tyres and the fuel go every last inch it can before taking the stop. Ryan rapid now with Liam trying to make a move on the downhill section. Oh, he runs wide. We're at the hairpin. Liam off at the background. Jazz trying to go around the outside and does. Takes the racing line into the downhill section. Still skippity. There is Axel following in fourth. Ryan may have just made an error. Jazz will now take the lead, although Ryan on the outside is matching for pace, so the fuel saving seems to have been done. Ryan thinking he may just make it to the end from here. Though Jazz back up the inside, Ryan might be thinking better of it. Stay in that slipstream and save some fuel, because Jazz has got much more fuel as they come over the crest into the very fast long left-hander. Axel now up the inside of Ryan, taking that position. Ryan definitely concerned about that fuel. Picking up a bit of damage as well, not sure where that came from. Jeff is now right just ahead of BsfGaming after his pit stop, so BSF is flying back through the pack after that double pit stop. Literally the car on the ragged end, dozens of miles an hour faster than any car around him. Jeff on the climb up the hill, BSF again a dozen or so mile an hour faster in the same section, closing in. He's got the bit between his teeth. He is on a mission. Not quite sure what that mission's going to result in, but with a full tank of fuel on that last stop, Jeff as well. These two are very quickly reining in the leading three. And a nice little run through the exit of that last corner. Again, look at this as we go across the line. Jeff, ping 137. BSF ping 131, 6 seconds faster that lap than the P4 man in front of him. And that 131, 11 seconds faster than P2 and P1. Jeff, 5 seconds faster than the leading three. These two in fourth and fifth with their late stops, turning it on with now just 7 minutes to go. Jeff making the headway as fast as possible, but BSF with the extra speed again, flying behind him. The two of them seem to be locked together in this championship. One is never far behind the other. BSF, we're going to go on board as we hunt down the Jeff. Running wide on the hairpin, setting up a long, quick run downhill. Oh, running wide, running wide. Jeff will have the advantage this lap. Although, where's Jeff gone? Oh, Jeff is up the road, just as the light's not showing up. BSF now following at 134 that lap. Jeff 134, the leaders 141, 40, 40. Womjo with a 130. Oh, he's going to be close. Is he going to get the fastest lap? He doesn't, but it's a 130 dead for Womjo at the back here. Womjo now on the move coming forward, but BSF and Jeff through this long left-hander. BSF just leaning on the grip, right onto the curb, right in Jeff's slipstream, hitting the top speed, and these two have now caught Ryan in third. 2 laps ago, 20 seconds behind. Now the two of them flying. Jeff taking it around the outside of Axel, who parked it on the apex but took a much slower turn, has had to concede the place. Jeff and BSF now hounding down. Oh, look at the riding of the curb. Such a fast exit, closing up half a tenth to maybe half a second on that run, and now coming down to the first turn, a triple slipstream, may just be outside of it. Holding the line early on the power, riding that curve right out wide. He's going to have a massive run up this hill as we're following the leading 3 now in front of him. Getting all side by side, all caught up, and that's brought him right onto the bumper. We have Jeff, the series leader, BSF around the outside of both of them. What an amazing move. Absolutely send it around the outside, and now hunting down Ryan, sorry, for P2. Axel thinking he might have a little sniffer on the entry to the chicane. Decides not to, and filters back in. But what a move around the outside of the super fast left-hander. A little squiffy on the exit there might give Jeff now, who's right behind, a chance. Filtering through. Oh no, he's gone wide. BSF is off wide, so is Simply Jazzy. BSF, having made an amazing move, has now lost those 2 places. Watto now trying to join back in with these leading 5. Oh, and BSF off into the wall, and Watto right up his bum. Oh, BSF with 3 points of damage going into the last 3 minutes. There's not time to pit to repair that damage. Jeff now biding his time, is up the inside of Axel. Oh, a little touch. Axel sticking with. Very nice, slots in. Jeff chasing Ryan. Ryan really low fuel. There's a potential he may not make it. He's got a tad of damage as well. Jazz as well with a bit of damage up the front there. Finding it after several spins and several trips to the pit lane for repair, is somehow in the lead. Not quite sure how that's happened, although as I say that, at the chicane, wiggle, 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 boom. Out goes Jazzy's down to 7th. We have Jeff now followed by Ryan and Axel. BSF now back up to 4th. With that spin from Jazz, it's just going to filter in behind. Not all over the curb. That may well be a penalty. That is a corner cut penalty. It's half a second. which he will not serve this lap. That's half a second penalty in the last lap. So no matter where he is, he's got to be well clear of these guys before serving that penalty. Axel having an amazing run today, much better. Sends it up the inside of Ryan, parks it on the apex. Ryan going for the switchback, having that massive fuel issue, is not able to do anything and is going backwards. Ryan is almost out of fuel. He may not make it. BSF flying past and pulling away rapidly. Ryan is in critical mode here, trying to hold on to a P4. BSF with the run on the exit, chasing down Axel. With the damage, may well not have the speed now to do anything about it. This is going to be the last lap with 30 seconds of the race remaining. They won't get around for another one. So it is Axel chasing Jeff, who is taking it easy. He's got the fuel, he's got the tyres. Axel just in front of BSF, who's got to go wide. Filters in, trying to set up. Oh, he's over the curb again. That's another penalty. Into the last corner. Ryan with a little love tap, saying speed up, please wait, I want to go for the overtake. But we have Jeff across the line in P1. Axel 2. Jeff gets BSF with the penalty. Watto coming home in 5th. Wumjo in a very steady 6th. Jazz with engine damage after that crash. And Bingo Fuel. Liam not far behind us either. A cracking race. And all at night. The whole race there at night at the famous Yamagawa. And a recap of the positions there with a fantastic showing. Jeff in P1, Axel 2, Ryan pipping BSF on the line to 3rd, BSF 4th, Watto 5th, Wumjo 6th, Jazzy 7th, the Liam coming in 8th, and Nick the Greek unfortunately dropping out through connection issues very early on there. Will get points for 9th. Hope you guys have all enjoyed that frantic race. We have one more round of the Super GT coming up at Fuji Speedway in 2 weeks' time, as we now take a break for Christmas. The Andy's Man Club AMC charity series, which would normally run on Wednesday, Christmas Day, will take the spot of Super GT on Saturday 28th of December this week coming, as a one-off. The reason being, we've got 2 rounds left of AMC, I believe. No, we're on round 2. We've got several rounds of AMC left, but having taken that break, what we can do is get 2 rounds of AMC in to bring it up to round 4 coming next Wednesday. So Saturday the 28th of December we are running the AMC instead of Super GT. That will mean that the Wednesday following, which is New Year's Day, AMC will be back in its usual slot, and the following Saturday will be the final round of the Super GT. And with that, if you would like to join, please drop the page a follow, drop us a comment or a DM I'll get back to you ASAP with links to the Discord. Likewise, you can pop a message on the PSN network, BSF Gaming. Drop me a message, I'll send you the links through the PS app on there. Any questions, any suggestions, anything else that you, the viewers and subscribers, would like to see in the future, whether it is Gran Turismo, Grand Theft Auto, Elder Scrolls, I may well do a run on Final Fantasy at some point. I will do a run through of Star Ocean International, which is one of my favourite games in that series, or is my favourite game in that series, at some point. We will be back to Eden Crafters after the Christmas. Unfortunately, with the PC, the graphics card has decided to kill itself. So I do have a replacement coming. It's actually being dropped off on Boxing Day. So please bear with, and we will get back to Eden Crafters very, very shortly. Other than that, all I can say is thank you very much for tuning in to LazArcade today. I am BSF. Happy holidays. Stay safe, have fun, get fat, and see you Saturday the 28th of December for round 3 of the Andy's Man Club charity series in the Mazda Atenza Group 4 at the Red Bull Ring. Thank you very much. Have a very good day. Have a very good holiday. See you again.